Welcome to the onboarding session for the Sebastopol Area Time Bank. My name is David Gill, and I'm the administrative coordinator of the Time Bank, and will be conducting this session. And I have an agenda that I will follow. And the first item on it is to thank you for applying for membership. The Time Bank is a helping member organization that is free to join. And the essential element of this is that when neighbors help neighbors, they do it without the exchange of any money. Our currency is time. And very simply put, an hour of my time is going to be equal to an hour of your time. So you will have a Time Bank account, and that's going to be at a member website that I'll be showing you. And in that account, you will take hours and obtain services that you need. And then you will pay the people that help you hours from your account, and they take those hours and spend them on things that they need. The only time actual money comes into play is if there are expenses associated with the service or exchange. It could be tolls on the road. It could be gas, if that's something that's determined between the two members in the exchange. It might be materials for plumbing, electrical, things like that. So that's time banking in a nutshell. And we build community by helping one another. We also build it by becoming members of the Time Bank and socializing with each other, so that when it comes time for you to seek out someone to help, quite often you might already know this person because you've met them at a Time Bank event. So now that I have explained time banking in a nutshell, I want to then go to and show you a number of items. The first item, which you probably have already seen, is our public website. So we have two websites. One is public, one is private. This is public. If you have any friends that you want to talk to about time banking and they're interested, send them to this website. It's very simple. It explains our mission, our values, what membership is required. Our sponsors, gives samples of our newsletters, and its contact information. There are a few short videos here which explain time banking again and gives testimonials about time banking. Then something that I always want to mention is that we were originally funded by the city of Sebastopol, but Sebastopol does not have the funds for nonprofits anymore, or has restricted them greatly for other nonprofit organizations. We don't have any funds coming in from them, but they did sponsor us and helped us get started. We are now sponsored by the Sebastopol Community Cultural Center. They're our fiscal sponsor, so they manage the funds for us, as we're not an independent nonprofit organization in the eyes of the government. So there are three buttons here. They're at the bottom, and they're also near the top. The first is apply for membership in the Time Bank. You've already done this, so please don't do this again. The system can't take duplicate applications. The second is subscribe to our mailings, and in a moment I will show you what they are. And the third is to access the member website. This is a private website called Time and Talents. And the only people that are able to access this website are people that have been approved as members of the Time Bank. So it does hold information about our members, as I'll show you. So it is very secure, very well protected. And again, only people who have been approved as members have access to time and talents. Let me talk about subscribe to our mailings. We use MailChimp and we send out 3 items. The first one is called a weekly digest. And every Friday at 3 p.m., I send this out to the members of the Time Bank. This is our primary means of communication. So unless you are constantly looking at time and talents, which would be wonderful, but is not realistic, this is going to give you a breakdown of what's taken place in the prior week. So it starts out usually with a little message from me. Then it goes into a section on new requests since the last week's digest. And these requests are all links. So they link to the specific ad. I'll be quick to point out, though, that in order to click on the link and go to the ad, you need to be logged in already in Time and Talents. If you aren't logged in, then when you click on the link, it will take you to the login page. There you log in, and I'll be showing you once you log in how to find the ad that you're interested in. The next section are open requests, and I will display 5 of what at that point last Friday were 19 requests on the website. So you can click on an individual request to get over there, or you can click on the word here, and that takes you to the website as well. Next, I list 5 of the 42 offers that members have put out there for other members. The next section after that is just a little digest about members that helped members this past week and the things that they did. The last section talks about upcoming events. There's another link below that to Time and Talents. And there is a listing. These first 4 members are the members of the admin team. And then Leah is our newsletter editor, and I want to give her credit there as well. And we're always looking for people who are interested in the workings of the Time Bank to come and help us in the administration of it. So this is the first mailing that comes out when you subscribe. Next is what I call a bank note. And this is an email that covers just one item of interest or one message that I want to get out to the members. And it happens periodically. It may happen this week and not happen again for another couple of weeks. This one, I wanted to get back to the membership and let them know about our participation in the farmers market. So I talked about it and added a picture as well. Sometimes these are urgent, other times they're just informational. The final mailing that comes out from us is a quarterly newsletter, and usually following the same format, hopefully fascinating and interesting about time bank exchanges, about the different things that we're doing in the community, spotlighting new members. This was an event that we held at a farm, upcoming events, and oftentimes there's a section of Time Bank tidbits, which are little messages from me that of interest to the membership in the community. So again, we ask you to subscribe because this is the way that we communicate with you, and it is important. The next item on the agenda is to go in and spend some time in Time and Talents. So you joined by filling out a form that's in Time and Talents, and you set up a username and a password. Your username is your email address, If you ever forget your password, there's a very simple forgot password reset here. You could also tell friends and family to come to this site and click on join, but I always think it's better to go to the public website, learn a little bit more, and then click apply for membership there. So I'm going to sign in. And when I sign in, this is the home screen. This is the home icon. This icon happens to go to the public website. And if you accidentally click on this and leave time and talents, you already know that there's a button on the public website that takes you back to time and talents. So when you come to this homepage, you'll see that there are 3 main columns. And then at the bottom of each main column is a button you can click for more. So the first column are announcements. These are things that I create. I always encourage new members to scroll through them because you learn a lot from what we've been learning over the months of using this website. And we put it in the announcements column, and you'll see and find links to videos, suggestions on how to do things that help you get the most out of time and talents. The second column are requests. So when I said before that if you click on a link in the weekly digest and come over to the website, if your link was that you clicked on was for one of the first 3 ads, you'll see them here. But you can easily click on more requests. It opens to a window where you can scroll through all 19 requests. And if you're interested in one of them, all you need to do is to click on it. So here's Judith, and here is her ad. You can start a conversation with her by clicking on this button. You can record hours if you've had the exchange with her and were able to help her. And if you want to learn more about Judith, you just click on her name, which is also a link. So here is Judith. You can find out she lives in Santa Rosa. She's been a member since last April. She's done 5 exchanges with 5 different members. She was on the site in January, and she lives 3.9 miles from me. And when you're logged in, it'll show the distance that Judy lives from you. It also has her email address, and most of the profiles will have email address and phone number. They won't have your physical address. Only the coordinators of the website have access to that. But I want to say again that the website is secure and only members have access to this information. And this information is important because you can respond to let me put it differently. Judy can post an ad and you can post an ad, but there's also the benefit of being able to find somebody in the website and email or call them directly, rather than hoping that someone is going to be seeing the ad that you post. So I'll be showing that shortly. And when you click on Judy's profile, click on her name, get to her profile, you can start a conversation. You can look at Judy's ads. You can record hours again. So let me click back and back. And this was the list. I'm going to go back again. Then offers. Offers operate the same way as requests, so I'm not going to spend time repeating that. But there are 42 offers, things that members like to do and would like to be of help to you with. I want to point out that there up in the upper left-hand corner are three dots. Whenever you see the three dots in a vertical row, it means that the website is telling you there's something something else you can do with this. There are options. When I click on this one, what this shows is that you're in the Sebastopol area time bank, and you have the ability to explore other time banks that also use time and talents and allow members of our time bank to join their time bank. Well, I won't delve into this, but this is something to explore. And I also say all of the areas of this website are for you to explore. I can't cover everything, but if you explore, you will find things on your own. It's a very, very easy to navigate website. And if you get someplace you don't want to be, just click on the home button and come back to this page. Also note that there is a help button on this page and many others, and there's a very robust help and guide behind the website. So I mentioned, I should also mention too, you'll see above these columns, hours provided, hours received, and balance. You will have the same thing for your account, showing the hours you provided to your neighbors, the hours you've received from them for the work that you've done. And I should also quickly mention, hours come from helping other people. They also come from helping the time bank itself and representing the time bank. Oftentimes they come from attending time bank events. And then there's the balance over the third column. Let me move into people. And this, after the listing is first has nonprofit organizations that are members of the time bank. And we, again, are relaunching a program for nonprofit organizations to collaborate with us. And then it goes into an alphabetical listing of all of the members of the time bank. And again, you can click on any of these and it opens up to the person's profile. Here's their information, contact information. And this is what I showed you when we were looking at requests. So you can scroll through and look for people, or two other things up here, the three dots. Oh, I'm in the wrong. How did this happen? I'm in people. Not where I wanted to be. I'm sorry. I clicked the wrong three dots. They're up here, but they're also here. This is what I was looking for. This allows you to sort the members list or the people by last name or first name or organization, which are just nonprofit organizations, or by the date joined or the distance that someone lives from you. I will also click on the magnifying glass because you can search, and you can search for two different things. You can search for people, and you can also search for services. So if I say David and do a search, here's what I come up with. I come up with people who have either used the word David in their bios, or down here, here's Harley Davidson. So you will find Davids in bios, but also members whose names are David. So somewhere in this long bio is the word David. But you can also search for something else. So if I were to search for garden, because I wanted to see if I could call somebody and ask them if they'd come and help weed my garden with me. This will include all people who have the word garden in their bios. So in the bio, you can search for someone who does gardening. Here's gardening right here. And you can click and get to their profile and call them. I always tell people that not to just rely on posting ads, that if you can make it personal, it is far more difficult for someone to say no when they get a phone call saying, I'm in the time bank and you're in the time bank and you do this service and I need it. Will you help me? So we tell people and teach people to do searches for specific things. I'm not going to spend any time on groups because it's a function that we really haven't developed yet. We will in time, but you can always click on it and teach yourself, or click on it and go to the help menu and learn more about it. The inbox has conversations and notifications. So I'm having conversations with these people and I can click for more. And my notification is that I gave Jim Dice 3 hours for helping me hang a chandelier in my den. If you see a red dot in the inbox, it means you've got something that you haven't read yet. Ads. I'm going to click on the grid here. There is a lot here that I cannot go through. So I'm going to leave this to you when you log in to click on ads and explore what these are. It's pretty self-explanatory. And when you click on it, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. I want to show you now the important, really important part is create an ad. So there's a plus sign. I click on it and I want to show you how simple this is. Let's say I want to ride to the Santa Rosa airport. I'm requesting a service. You are forced to categorize it as best you can, and that's not always easy, but it doesn't let you go forward until you do that. I'm flying on the 1st of April, so I want this to expire on March 31st. So title, ride to Sonoma County Airport. Put in details, add a picture of an airplane, anything that's going to make this stand out and get your point across. When you click submit, your ad goes to the top of the requests column. That's all it takes. It's as simple as that. I'm going to cancel this. And it's the same thing for posting an ad of an offer. You follow the exact same steps, so I won't repeat it here. Next, I want to go into hours. And if I click on this, I will see a listing of all of the hours that I've given for people that have helped me and all of the hours that I've received for people that I have given help to. And I can click on it. It doesn't open up to a lot, but so these are the listing of the hours, and the plus sign is to record hours. Again, very simple. What did you do? Well, I gave help. Next, when was it? Let's say it was yesterday. Next, who did I help? Well, let's say I helped Steve Birch. So I start start typing Steve, click on his name, and then here's Steve. I can always hit the X to remove him, but that's who I wanted. I can add multiple names if I helped multiple people at the same time with the same thing, and I'm giving the same amount of hours. Click next. Number of hours, say it was 2.5, and we work in quarter hours. Next, here it requires categorization again. Well, let's say I drove him to the airport. So it was transportation and a ride to the airport. I hope you had a great trip. And then you click submit. And it takes 2.5 hours from Steve's account, puts them in my account, and we both get notified via email of this. I'm going to cancel this. There are a few other remaining items that I want to show you. Your name is over here, just as mine is, and you will be logged in as a member. I'm going to click on this. I have the ability to log in as a member or as admin, and there are only 4 people, the admin team members, who have this admin role. I'll show you profile in a moment. You can log out if you want, but there's also a timed logout. And you can click on Contact Coordinator, and your message will go to all 4 of us, and one of us will respond. eBuddies, I'm not going to talk about today, but it does give us to assign the ability to assign an eBuddy who is then authorized to act on behalf of another time bank member. So they click on the listing under eBuddy, and they can act as another person because they're approved to do this. And it helps some of our less technology savvy members, you be able to use the time bank. But I want to go to profile. When your membership is approved and you log in, we need you to complete your profile. We need you to write a bio, upload a picture so people know who you are. And again, it is a closed website. Fill in, most of this information will be there already. If your birth date is not correct, tell us. We're the only ones that can change it. So your profile is very important as a member of the time bank. And also talents and interests. Very short list, but click off what your talents are, what you're interested in, because in the people section, you also have the ability to match your talents against other people's interests and match your interests against other people's talents to find people that can help you. Let me go back. This was the talents and interests. You can change your password. We don't use this. This is the eBuddies I was talking about, and terms of service. So this, in a nutshell, is time and talents. I hope you agree with me that it's graphically interesting and easy to navigate. But if for any reason it's not, we are here to help you overcome any obstacles with it. Do not hesitate to reach out to us. I'd like to just take a moment to say the Time Bank has about 275 members, but there's a difference between members and participants. And we sincerely hope that you'll decide to really participate rather than just be a member. And you do that by posting requests and offers, by watching for the weekly digest Friday at 3 p.m. in your inbox and seeing who needs help and where you can be of help. By attending Time Bank events, we have about 4 a year where we get Time Bank members together to socialize. And absolutely, bookmark Time and Talents and check it out in between the weekly digests to see what's going on. The last thing I want to talk about is, again, I make mention of the profile and subscribing to our mailings, and tell you that we have a special offer, and it's good for 1 week only after you become a member of the Time Bank. And that is that but when you complete your profile in full and subscribe and then email and tell me that you've done that, we will give you 10 hours to get you time banking immediately. This could all happen within the span of a day, but the offer of the 10 hours is good for a week. The system as well deactivates members who do not complete their profiles within a week. And if that happens to you, and you do want to continue, please reach out to me. I'll activate your profile and membership again, and we'll talk about how to take the next steps. That brings the presentation to a close. Last, I want to just reiterate, we are here to help you overcome any obstacles to time banking. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We don't want you to get caught up trying to figure something out that takes you an hour when it could take 5 minutes of our time and you could be moving forward. So thank you for watching this video.